World's largest sundial? Who's to say? Welcome to the Something or Other tour. We're at the Sundial Bridge. Welcome to the Something or Other tour. Today we're at the Sundial Bridge in Redding, California. The Sundial Bridge is a pedestrian bridge that spans across the Sacramento River here in Shasta County. It's way longer than I expected and wider and bigger than it looks in pictures. I really like it though, it's cool. The length is about 700 feet long and it's 23 feet wide. It's iconic for its large sundial design. And if you're wondering, the sundial does work. It tells time, but only one day a year, on the summer solstice. I like watching the fishermen out here on their boats. The museum, unfortunately, is closed right now. I'll have to come back and check it out. The design of this bridge is a cantilever spar cable stayed bridge. I'm not nearly smart enough to know exactly what that means, but it has something to do with the large sundial and the cables stretching across the other way. Although it's somewhat iconic now for Redding, it wasn't without its own controversies. It opened in 2004 and it cost over $23 million, which was way over schedule and over budget. Locals around here weren't too thrilled with the design itself, nor with the budget or how long it was taking to complete. The design phase started in the 1990s and it wasn't finished until 2004. Personally, I like the sundial design. I think it's really cool, but Redding is an old northern mining town in California. A lot of gold rush history. It was a railroad town. Locals wanted other designs that more matched that history, like a covered bridge design, something more traditional, like the Knights Ferry covered bridge where we did a video. Check that out. Really cool place. Look, I'm under it now. Man, it's huge. In the plaza behind the sundial has the times laid out. So during the summer solstice, you'll see the shadows hit each time. So like I said, they claim that it's the world's largest sundial, but the Taipei 101 building apparently has a larger one, but I'm no expert. I mean, this one is pretty big. There's a little plaza underneath here. Look, you can see through the walkway. And we're gonna wait till nighttime because I heard that it lights up really cool, so we'll check it out. One of the most important aspects of this design is none of it touches the water. This is a very important salmon spawning grounds, so they wanted to protect the salmon and not disrupt their spawning. I feel like the current has picked up. Maybe I just wasn't paying attention. Thing's really impressive from down here. The Sundial Bridge is a public portion of the Turtle Bay Exploration Park, which has museums, an arboretum over there, trails, all kinds of cool stuff. For some of those you need a ticket, there's admission, but the Sundial Bridge is open to the public. And so are most of the trails. Anyone know what kind of nests those are? Hornets? Wasps? Something scary? Some of the lights are on, sun's almost down. Let's wait and see what it looks like. I had bad timing. I showed up, it was overcast, there was a huge cloud blocking the sun. And now the sun's starting to come out, so hopefully we get a nice sunset. There's actually people wading out into the water to fly fish out there. I've been fishing a lot, never done that. I'd probably have a lot more fun, I should try it. So that means the water is surprisingly shallow, but it is summertime, I'm sure it gets a lot higher. There's another little bridge out there. I can't tell what it is, it's really hard to see. It looks too small for cars or pedestrians, so I don't know what it is. So I looked at it on Google Maps, and it doesn't appear to be a bridge. It appears to just be like a pipe or like power or water lines, I don't know. This river really makes me think of Tom Sawyer and Huck Finn. It makes me want to get a raft. This is actually the Sacramento River, which you may remember the video where we snuck onto the abandoned paddle wheeler. That was on Sacramento River, but way, way far away. Like 130 miles, I think, off the top of my head. These cables are pretty insane. Nothing like the Golden Gate Bridge ones though. Those are like... I have no idea what the horn's about. Sounds cool though. That pooch is having a ball. All right, the lights are on. We just gotta wait for that sun to go down. See it start to glow. I hope the camera's doing this justice, because that cotton candy sky is amazing. I recommend coming at sunset if you do, especially since it's been 100+ degrees today. Sometimes the breezes up here feel really, really good. Really good. There's signs everywhere that say this is a huge spider habitat and they're protected. So there's spiders everywhere. So the glass bridge allows the sunlight during the day, it allows the light glow at night, but because of that, it's very slick, so do not wear your high heels here. I was about to too, and I threw on some sneakers. And also, a lot of people bring dogs, but some of them could have trouble because how slick it gets. It's getting more and more colorful. I hope the camera's doing this justice. I totally understand why some locals would be against this. You want to protect the aesthetic of your town. As a northern mining town, lumber town, railroad town, there aren't too many landmarks that weren't met with outrage and cries that it would ruin the skyline or the aesthetic of the city or whatever. They said the Eiffel Tower was an eyesore. They hated the Coit Tower in San Francisco and the Sutro Tower, and now they're considered landmarks. And those cities would not be the same without those things. I understand being against change, but I think with time, the Redding area locals will come to embrace this and realize it's pretty cool to have a giant sundial over the Sacramento River. For some reason, this makes me think of old 1986 Tomorrowland from Disneyland. All the white and then the metal. It looks so cool from below. So the glow is actually a lot cooler from beneath the bridge than on top. It's still cool, but it definitely shines from below. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed hanging out at the Sundial Bridge, Shasta County, Redding, California. If you want to help us go on more of these adventures, check out our Patreon. There's some exclusive content up there, an exclusive behind the scenes podcast, and also a full public podcast is coming out where we dive a little deeper into the history of these places. I go more in depth, tell more stories. So if these fun adventures aren't giving you enough of the backstory or history, you can always check out the podcast. You can always get updates and stuff like that on our Instagram, @something-or-other-tour. We do occasional contests as well. Like, subscribe, share, do all the cool things that cool kids do. Vertlife, something-or-other-tour. Appreciate you guys watching. Trying to stay socially distant, but it's difficult because there's so many people out of work, so they come to places like this. So it's like navigating a maze, trying to get around people. But trust me, I'm doing my part. I'm doing everything I can for things to go back to normal. I'm afraid I'm gonna bring spiders home with me. There's webs all over me. Ah, God.